Welcome back. This will be the final episode of the Let's Play of the Convergence mod 1.5.4. Like I said in the previous episode, came back to fight Darkeater Midir and give the final thoughts. So, to get Darkeater Midir, come to the Ring City. We take the elevator instead of going right. To drop down to get at him, we come left. And we got that armor. That's where it is. Heck yeah. We gotta see what that looks like. Let me see what it does. Shrink Dex, Curse Resistance, Dark Resistance. That's cool. Oh, that's so sick looking. That's super sick. See, one of these dudes has no sword. So what I plan on doing after this is done is just doing some live streams of this. If there's like a big major updates, maybe do another Let's Play. But for now, this will be the last one of this series. Violet wrappings, plain garb. So this should be a fairly short episode. As you can see, we're using Sister Freed's sweet looking sickle. We only can get it to like +7, but it's still pretty dope looking. Ooh. Oh, and I did check. Once we do the upgrade, I should still be able to use my save. Like, nothing should be screwed up with that. So that's good. We can keep playing this character in New Game Plus with their new stuff that's going on. He looks really freaking cool. Ooh. Oh, that's sweet. It's hard to get the camera on him. There we go. Ooh. Yo. Rude. Hit him in the feet. Whoops. Fire is really pretty. This might kill us. Oh. Oh, wow, that fire looks sick. Wow, that's beautiful. Oh, this is like some kind of super shit again. That is so cool. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, I can't remember if the original Darkeater fight had all this crazy effects like this. Because it's been so long, but man, it's such a good fight. I'm so happy that we're coming back and doing this and we didn't skip it. It looks amazing with like 4K graphics and HDR. Hopefully the the recording can like pick up the how great this looks. He's going crazy. And with that, we're done with this walkthrough. So my thoughts on it. This is probably one of the coolest mods that I've played. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've played through Cinders and this and a couple other ones that were not good. This and Cinders and Ashes, I think, are probably the main three that everyone compares. I haven't played through Ashes yet, so I can't compare it to that. But in comparison to Cinders, I would say that this has a lot more quality than quantity. Where Cinders has a lot of stuff just thrown in from other mods, and there's just a lot going on. Where this is, everything is like really quality. The added boss fights and the changes and the shortcuts are really good and like really enhance the game. The weapons that they added are cool. The spells are awesome. Like the whole flavor of it being based around spells and the different class scenarios. You can really play with that, or you could, combine all of them together and have like a super build that has like, pyromancies and sorceries and miracles and have all the schools of magic intertwined. For this, I chose just to stay pure hex. The amount of changes that they made in terms of the map design really was cool, and I can't wait to see in future updates what comes up. And like I said, this is 1.5.4, and at the time of recording, 1.5.5 has been out now for about a week, and that has greatly increased the difficulty of the game, I guess. So I'm looking forward to trying that out. So that should be pretty cool to play through. Some of the negative things, really, I didn't find too many negatives. The one thing that I didn't really care for, and I think others have had this, is since this is a spell-based mod, having to spend a lot of points in upgrading attunement to get more spell slots was a little bit frustrating, because for a mod like this to have, to play lots of different spells, you want to have lots of spell slots, and to get the attunement up to like 50, I think that gives us 7 slots is what we have right now at 50. 1, 2, yeah, 7 slots. So it'd been nice maybe to have tuned that a little bit, just so that we didn't have to do so many of them. But the spells are really cool and unique. This was the Hex build. I'm going to go through and play some different ones. The bleed spells looked really cool. The summons are a little finicky, but I think that's to be understandable because it's a really big change in the game. The armor is really cool. The factions, how they do that is really awesome for the upgrades. So like we had like our faction originally was the Children of Velka, and this gave us murky sediments and increased cast speed. So that's what we used to like upgrade our like on flavor weapons, I guess you'd want to call them, like the more warlock weapons. And then that turned into Aldrich's Faith to get human dregs, and this gave us a boost to our dark damage, and then human dregs, and then the human dregs were used to purchase this amazing umbral set, which I didn't mean to take it off, I apologize, which basically gave us reduced FP consumption, dark damage increase, and a maximum of our FP. All the pieces basically had that, except for here was just the consumption and damage increase, and I believe it's the same for these, so which is kind of nice. All those sets for each of the different groups have that. And then, like I said, I tried to keep it on flavor weapon wise, so I just got this because it does dark damage from the boss thing. But for the majority of the playthrough, I used Threaded Hex Sword, was near the end. This is the weapon that you get for the faction, which was super cool. We used at one point the Dark Sword, basically anything that had dark damage on it. We used the Dark Sword. arched ebony blade. So what this did was it gave us more dark damage, and it was cool because like it was easy to see because it was like purple, purple. So like hex. The Morian blade weight game could have also been a dark weapon to stay on flavor. I thought there was one other thing. And when we got this was really cool. The Morian spear that was from the boss soul that they added in. Really cool move set. And at the start of the game, the Torturer's catch pole. I'll put this back on. This thing was really neat. In this update, it's one thing that they reworked. It has a very slow kind of move set for just using it. But it's got some good sweeping attacks. But this is where it really is cool. Because it basically, at level 1, using its weapon art, tossed out Great Soul Dregs, basically, is what comes off the end of it. It seems like it didn't do as much damage as the Great Soul Dregs, like as the spell itself, but still, this thing was awesome, like, early game. Like, this was a lot of fun to use. The splash damage, having some, like, cool knockdowns. Super, super fun. What I also liked was how all the different scalings happen off of the weapons that you use. So let's say you were using hexes, so we'd want to use things that allowed us to do dark damage affinity. So if you didn't have, like, let's say I threw on the Court Sorcerer's staff, which is usually a really good staff for sorceries. This would actually do, here, what I'll do is I'll come over to show this. We'll go to the skeleton. Whoop. So in our left hand we have a dark affinity, and on the right we have a magic one. So we'll just do our Dreg Bolt. So basic Dreg Bolt with dark affinity does 1825. So that's the baseline. So now with this staff, 951. So I think it does like even though this isn't upgraded, so it's obviously going to do less. Here, what I'll do is this. I'll put on an unupgraded to show. So here's basic heretic staff. This was +6. Here's a basic heretic staff, and then, like I said, we have a basic court sorcerer staff. So this will be a better comparison. So 1246. $951. So you can see that it is quite a bit different in terms of damage. So you have to match those up, and that's across all the casting tools. So as you can see, we have the Pyromancer's Flame, Dark Flame, Frozen Flame for the Cryomancies, Stifled Flame for the Geomancies, and I believe this one also can work with Geomancies because it was physical. Like I said, I haven't done a playthrough of that. And then we have like the Druid's Flame for Living Flame, Chaos Flame. Same thing for the Miracles. They each had their own affinities. So yeah, that was really cool how that worked. Some of the cooler weapons that were added in definitely are these guys here. It puts like 2 bowls on your hand. Or dragon heads. I don't know what those are. But these look really cool. So there's like a normal fist weapon. But then the weapon art. Yeah. Do I need to say more? That weapon art is awesome. So yeah, it took a lot of care in creating some like really cool new weapons and just adding to the game itself. Really happy with this. I can't wait to play more. There's just not enough good things I can say about this mod. It was an absolute pleasure to play and just see what they've added. I can't wait to see what the future renditions of the mod bring. If you liked watching this content, remember to like, subscribe, This is going to be a short episode just because it's the wrap up. But as always, thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one. Thanks.